Today's episode is about a question many people carry after betrayal. How do you trust someone new when someone from your past broke that trust? How do you fall in love again when your last relationship made you question your own judgment? How do you open your heart without becoming careless? And how do you protect yourself without shutting down emotionally? Today's episode is called Trusting in a New Relationship After Infidelity in Your Last One. Let's begin with today's situation. A woman writes, I was in a serious relationship for 5 years. I trusted him completely. I thought we were building a future together. Then I found out he had been unfaithful. The betrayal shattered something in me. It wasn't only that he lied. It was that I started questioning myself. How did I not see it? Was I foolish? Can I even trust my own judgment? Now I'm dating someone new. He is kind, consistent, patient, and emotionally available. He hasn't given me any real reason to doubt him, but I still feel scared. If he replies late, my mind starts making up stories. If he goes quiet, I wonder if something is wrong. If he says he's busy, I feel suspicious. Part of me wants to love freely. Another part of me wants to check everything, protect myself, and never be caught off guard again. How do I trust someone new after being betrayed before? First, let me say this clearly. Your fear makes sense. After betrayal, the nervous system often goes on high alert. It tries to protect you. It scans for danger. It notices changes. It becomes sensitive to silence, delayed replies, emotional shifts, and inconsistency. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means your mind and body learned that love can become unsafe. And now, they're trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. But here's the hard truth. You can't build a healthy new relationship if the new person is constantly paying for the old person's betrayal. Your pain is real, but your new partner is not the one who hurt you. The work is learning how to protect your wisdom without letting fear take the lead in the relationship. Now let's talk about trust. Trust is often misunderstood. Many people think trust means certainty. They think, if I trust you, I know you'll never hurt me. But that isn't really trust. That's a wish for a guarantee. And love does not come with guarantees. Trust is not certainty. Trust is the willingness to be vulnerable with someone when you cannot control the outcome. That's why love is risky. That's why falling in love is a leap, not a blind leap. But still a leap. Every meaningful relationship asks you to step into the unknown. You don't know how the person will behave in 5 years. You don't know how life will test you. You don't know how stress, temptation, distance, success, failure, family, pressure, or pain will affect the bond. And still, people love. Because a life without trust becomes very small. Think about something interesting. Every day, we trust strangers and invisible systems. We trust a stranger to drive a taxi or an Uber. We trust a pilot we've never met. We trust a doctor with our body. We trust a bank with our money. We trust platforms with our photos, messages, location, and personal information. We trust websites with our card details. We trust strangers with houses through booking platforms. We trust people with cars, deliveries, keys, food, documents, and sometimes even our safety. In modern life, we constantly engage with the unknown. We don't trust because there is zero risk. We trust because we have signals, reviews, reputation, consistency, rules, past behavior, accountability, systems, patterns, evidence. And that's the key. Healthy trust is not blind. Healthy trust is evidence-based. You don't hand your whole heart to someone on day one, but you also don't keep them emotionally outside forever. You observe, you pace yourself, you notice, you let trust grow through repeated experiences. Does this person do what they say? Do they respond with care? Are they honest when something is uncomfortable? Do they respect boundaries? Do they show consistency? Do they take responsibility? Do they make you feel emotionally safe without demanding instant access to your whole life? Trust is built through patterns, not promises alone. Now, after infidelity, one of the deepest wounds is not only the loss of trust in the other person, It's also the loss of trust in yourself. You may ask, how did I miss it? How could I believe them? Why did I ignore the signs? What if I choose wrong again? That's why healing is not only about trusting a new partner. It's also about rebuilding self-trust. Self-trust means I can listen to my intuition. I can notice patterns. I can ask questions. I can set boundaries. I can leave if I'm repeatedly disrespected. I can survive disappointment. I can love without abandoning myself. That last line matters. I can love without abandoning myself, because after betrayal, many people make one of two mistakes. The first mistake is over-trusting. They rush into the next relationship, ignore red flags, and hope love will fix everything. The second mistake is under-trusting. They interrogate, monitor, test, accuse, and keep the new partner permanently on trial. Neither extreme creates safety. Over-trusting ignores wisdom. Under-trusting blocks intimacy. The middle path is conscious trust. Conscious trust means I'm open, but not blind. I'm hopeful, but not naive. I'm careful, but not closed. I let closeness grow, but I also pay attention to reality. That's mature love. Now let's talk about triggers. A trigger is not proof that something is happening. A trigger is proof that something inside you remembers pain. If your new partner replies late, and your body immediately feels panic, pause. Ask, what is the evidence right now? Is this person actually behaving dishonestly? Or is my nervous system remembering the last relationship? Am I responding to the present or to the past? That question is powerful, because trauma often makes the past feel present. Your mind says, this is happening again, but sometimes what's happening is simply this. They're in a meeting, they're tired, they're with family, they're driving, they're having a hard day. The goal is not to silence your intuition. The goal is to separate intuition from fear. Intuition is usually calm and clear. Fear is often frantic and repetitive. Intuition says, pay attention. Fear says, panic now. Intuition notices patterns. Fear reacts to single moments. Intuition protects you. Fear imprisons you. So when you feel activated, slow down. Don't immediately accuse. Don't immediately investigate. Don't immediately build a story. Breathe. Observe. Ask for clarification if needed. A healthy sentence might sound like this. I know some of this may be coming from my past, but when communication suddenly changes, I feel anxious. I'm not accusing you. I'm trying to understand what happened and manage my own fear too. That is very different from saying, you're lying. You're just like my ex. I know something is going on. One opens a conversation. The other creates a courtroom. Now, what should you tell a new partner? You don't need to reveal everything on the first date. But if the relationship is becoming serious, honesty matters. You might say, I had a painful experience with betrayal in my last relationship. I'm working through it. I don't want to project that onto you. But sometimes I may need reassurance while I learn to trust again. I'm not asking you to fix me. I'm asking for patience, honesty, and consistency. That is healthy. It takes responsibility for your past without hiding it. It also gives the new person useful information. A mature partner won't use your pain against you. A mature partner won't say, that's your issue, deal with it. But a mature partner also should not be expected to live forever under suspicion. So both people need balance. The person healing from betrayal needs compassion. The new partner needs fairness. The relationship needs truth. Now, how does trust grow? Trust grows through small kept promises, not grand speeches, not dramatic declarations, small things. They call when they said they would. They explain changes without defensiveness. They respect your boundaries. They don't disappear when emotions get serious. They are kind when you're vulnerable. They admit mistakes. They repair. They don't make you feel crazy for asking reasonable questions. They are consistent over time. That's how trust grows. like a savings account, small deposits, repeated often, and when there is a withdrawal, there is repair. No relationship has perfect trust every day. People forget things. People disappoint each other. People get stressed. People communicate badly sometimes. The question is not, will this person ever make a mistake? The question is, what do they do after the mistake? Do they deny, deflect, mock, blame, disappear? Or do they listen, take responsibility, repair, and adjust? Trust is not built by perfection. It's built by repair. Now let's talk about risk. Falling in love is taking a risk. But not all risks are reckless. Crossing the road is a risk. Driving a car is a risk. Starting a business is a risk. Getting on a plane is a risk. Trusting a platform with your data is a risk. Letting someone into your emotional life is also a risk. The difference is risk management. You don't cross the road with your eyes closed. You look both ways. You don't give your bank details to just anyone who sends a message. You check the source. You don't hand your house keys to someone without some system of trust. You look for credibility. Love should be similar. Don't close your eyes, but don't refuse to cross the road forever either. Risk is part of aliveness. A heart that never risks may never be betrayed again. But it may also never be deeply known. The goal is not to eliminate risk. The goal is confident engagement with the unknown. That phrase matters. Confident engagement with the unknown. It means, I know I can't control everything, but I trust myself to respond if reality changes. I trust myself to ask questions. I trust myself to notice patterns. I trust myself to leave if something becomes unhealthy. I trust myself to love without disappearing. That is the foundation. Because the deepest trust is not only, I trust you will never hurt me. The deeper trust is, I trust myself to stay with myself, no matter what happens. Now, what are green flags in a new relationship after betrayal? Green flag 1. Consistency. Their words and actions match. Green flag 2. Emotional steadiness. They don't punish you for having feelings. Green flag 3. Respect for boundaries. They don't rush you. Green flag 4. Transparency. They explain things without making you beg for clarity. Green flag 5. Accountability. They can say, I understand why that worried you, instead of attacking you right away. Green flag 6. Patience. They don't demand that you heal on their timeline. Green flag 7. Mutuality. They have their own needs, boundaries, and feelings too. The relationship is not only about your fear. Now, what are red flags? Repeated secrecy. Disappearing without explanation. Mocking your past pain. Calling you crazy for reasonable concerns. Pushing commitment too quickly. Refusing basic emotional honesty. Making you feel guilty for needing clarity. Using your vulnerability against you. Being inconsistent and then blaming you for noticing. Those are signs to slow down. Trust does not mean ignoring red flags. Trust means seeing clearly. Now, let's return to the woman in today's question. She says her new partner is kind and consistent, but her fear keeps coming back. My advice is this. Give trust slowly. Give it honestly. Give it in layers. You don't need to hand over your whole heart immediately, but you do need to stop treating every new person like a future betrayal. Start with small risks. Tell the truth about one feeling. Ask for one need. Allow one moment of closeness. Let them show you who they are. Then watch. Do they handle your vulnerability with care? Do they become more trustworthy over time? Do you feel more peaceful with evidence, or more confused despite their words? Your body needs new experiences to learn that not all closeness ends in betrayal, but those experiences have to be real. You can't think your way into trust completely. You have to live through small moments of trust and survive them. Now, there's one more important point. Don't make your new partner your therapist. They can support you. They can reassure you. They can be patient. But they cannot carry the entire weight of your healing. Healing after betrayal may require therapy, journaling, support groups, close friends, nervous system regulation, and time. Your new relationship can be part of healing, but it should not become the hospital for all your old wounds. That's too much pressure. A healthier frame is, I am healing, and I am learning how to love again. Not, you must prove every day that I will never be hurt again. No partner can prove that, but they can show integrity. They can show care. They can show consistency. They can show respect. And you can decide whether that evidence is enough to take the next step. So here's today's deeper lesson. Trust after betrayal is not about becoming innocent again. It's about becoming wise without becoming closed. You may never trust in exactly the same way you did before. And that may be okay. Maybe your old trust was too unquestioning. Maybe your new trust will be slower, clearer, more grounded, and more self-respecting. That is not a loss. That is growth. Trusting again does not mean forgetting what happened. It means refusing to let what happened become the whole story of your future. Because the person who betrayed you should not get to control every relationship that comes after them. They already hurt your past. Don't let them own your future. So, if you are beginning again after betrayal, go slowly. Stay aware. Ask questions. Notice patterns. Build self-trust. Communicate honestly. Let consistency matter. Let repair matter. Let kindness matter. Let time matter. And when the evidence is good, enough. Allow yourself to take the next small leap. Not because love is safe, but because love is meaningful. Not because there is no risk, but because you trust yourself to meet the risk with courage. Thank you for watching Ask the Life and Intimacy Guru. If this episode spoke to your heart, share it with someone who is trying to love again after being hurt. And remember, trust is not the absence of risk. Trust is the courage to move toward love while staying loyal to yourself. This video is for educational and relationship awareness purposes only. It is not medical advice, therapy, or professional counseling. If you are experiencing ongoing relationship distress, emotional abuse, anxiety, depression, trauma, betrayal trauma, or a relationship crisis, please consult a qualified therapist, counselor, doctor, or certified relations.